Nitai Gaura Premanande, Hari Naam Sankirtan ki.
Mataji ki.
You have to turn the fan off.
Is off the fan?
Yeah. Yes. And this light? Come closer.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna ki.
Jai.
Like to welcome our Grace Narayani Mataji ki.
Jai.
I think you all know her. She's been coming almost every year for so many years now, but just a quick introduction. Grace Narayani Mataji joined ISKCON way back in the early 70s, 71, 70, yes, 70. One of the very oldest disciples of Prabhupada, 55 years now, 56 now, going this year. And she has served in many roles in Srila Prabhupada's mission. She was chosen to go to India in 1972. Prabhupada asked to send 2-3 devotees from each temple in US and Europe. And she was deputed from Dallas way back in 1972. And since then, she has not left India. And she served in Kolkata temple in the very early days, Mumbai Yatra for 4 years, the temple president, head pujari, not the president, pujari, yes, both distribution. And now she's been living in Vrindavan now for the last 33 years. And she is most famous for her education. Big contribution education department with Buddhism, these days Buddhism Prabhu. They have between them, they taught every verse of the Srimad Bhagavatam, every single verse, all the 12 cantos. So her teachings, her presentations, her classes, class of their own. And very blessed Mataji for coming here and giving us this opportunity to hear from you. And without further delay, I hand over to Mataji. You can also sit down. Please welcome Narayani Mataji. You need to find light. Okay.
Okay, so I'd like to welcome you to the first day of our seminar on empowerment prayers of Srila Gosvami. So this is ISKCON Supreme Yes. We're speaking from there. And so we are going to study the verses given prayers of Shukadeva Goswami, starting with verse 11. Actually, he starts from verse 12. And you know, it's up there. So you might have to be turning a bit. Unless you have a phone, you can see it on your phone. 2 11. We can just start. We'll start with 11. 11. Go back. We will start with 11. And not just the English. So,
Chapter 4, chapter.
2, 4,
2, 4, 11.
11. Does that one have another? Is that another? Okay, never mind. Oh. I never know what's modern technology. If you get another picture here, another picture there. I'm always surprised. Okay, in the seminar, you will learn from Shukadeva Goswami how to systematically remember Krishna so we can be empowered to act and speak for him. We'll learn how to be an instrument. Prabhupada, in the purpose, he will educate us how to be an instrument. We want to understand Shukadeva's mood of dependence on Krishna. So that's really important. So, now we will start with verse 11. Now, just read the English. When Shukadeva was thus requested by the king to describe creative energy of personality of Godhead, he systematically remembered and mastered the sense of Shri Krishna and to embody properly his thoughts. So, now, the purport gives us clues how to be an instrument of Krishna. So, the first sentence tells us the first point. The devotees of the Lord, while delivering speeches and describing transcendental attributes of the Lord, do not think they can do anything independently. Now, normally, if you have an instrument in this world, the instrument is not independent. The instrument is being used, like a hammer, the hammer nail, being used by you. The computer is being used. So these different things. So, first of all, we are spiritual instruments of Krishna, and He is using us to do things in this world. Now, anything independent of Krishna. Why? Because the purport says the senses of the individual being are not his own. Did you know that? Not your hands, not your eyes. It's not your body. It's Krishna's. Isn't that nice? And we'll talk about that a little later. So then, the next point, whatever an individual can do, speak, or see is under direction of the Lord only. So we are, we're all spiritual instruments. So my question to you is this. How does an instrument think? Spiritual instrument. I mean, material instruments, they don't think, they're used. But if you're a spiritual instrument in Krishna, then how do you think as an instrument? How do you think? Anybody have an idea?
What my master wants?
Oh, good. What is my master want? Very good. Anything else? I don't think,
Whatever is pleasing to Krishna.
Very good. Yes, you have understood. This class is very good. You got it. Yes, whatever is pleasing to Krishna. What does my master want? Very nice, very nice. Does an instrument have feelings? Does it feel something also? What do we feel as an instrument? Do you feel
satisfaction?
Yes, we do. When we please Krishna, as everyone said, we feel happy. We're happy servants. Happy chanters. Prabhupada Krishna, and Krishna, and be happy. So there you go.
Be devoted.
Devoted, yes, bhakti. We feel love. We feel love for Krishna. And we have this devotion is the feeling. And we feel happy when Krishna is happy. And we feel love, we feel a love. We'll go in detail about that a little later. Now here's one thing that an instrument does according to Prabhupada's purport. One should always seek permission of the Lord to act or eat or speak. Yeah, somewhere there in that purport. Eat or act or speak, we must have permission from Krishna. So that's Prabhupada. When he first landed, oh, you got it. Thank you. You're a good instrument. So, just be aware, be conscious as we go on. And you can be really good instrument for Krishna. So, see, Shukadeva is about to speak Bhagavatam. But he feels like, I can't do this, I need help. And I also have that feeling, that I cannot do without Krishna's mercy. I need help. So I was always praying for help from Krishna. And Srila Prabhupada, he would often say, Krishna willing, I will go here. Krishna willing, I will go here. He didn't think, well, I'm going here, I'm going there. No, Krishna willing. So, how can we do this in our daily life? Like, we have a learning program, we chant, and we do some arti. But what about the rest of the day? How can we remember Krishna? So one of my godbrothers, his name is Karnamrita, he left his body, but before that he was sharing with us how he would remember Krishna during the day. He said, I do my best to pause before any activity and offer it to Krishna. He would get up in the morning, open his eyes, offer this day to you, Krishna. Then he'd go in the bathroom before he brushes his teeth. I offer this brushing teeth to you, Krishna. It's not my teeth, it's yours. And then shower, I offer this shower to you. Before he would do anything, he would go to work. Okay, I offer this job to you. He would go shopping. And the shopping is for you. I offer this shopping. Actually, in the 70s, we had a ladies' party in America. They would live basically in their Sankirtan van and distribute books. And after a month or two, go back to the temple. They would not live in the temple. And what some they would do, because they didn't have time to cook, they would go to the supermarket and offer the whole supermarket to Krishna. Anyway, so I guess we don't do that. We don't enjoy that. But they were having a little Hare Krishna. Yeah, so because they don't go for days to the temple. And so, yes, so everything is part of Krishna, everything can be used to serve them. And especially be conscious of our bodies and our words. And so, yes, you can ask permission, but we can offer to Krishna. So now we're going to start his prayers, verse 12, and my thing this one together. Let's see, where I got it here. Okay, we will sing this one. I'll say one line, you can repeat after me. Verse 12. Oh yeah, I see, that's the English. Got it. Okay. Namah Parasmai Purushaya Purushe.
Namah Parasmai Purushaya Purushe.
Sadapalastana Nirodhalidaya.
Sadapalastana Nirodhalidaya.
Grihita Shakti Jitaya Yatehinam.
Grihita Shakti Jitaya Yatehinam.
Atarbhavayana Panakshalaktane. Shukadeva Gosvami said that we offer respectful obeisance unto the Supreme Person of Godhead, who, through creation of the material world, accepts the three modes of nature. He is complete, residing within the body of everyone, and his ways are infinite. So yes, this is Krishna He is, in order for us to represent him through words or actions, we have to know he's great. He's greater than we are. So we may feel very humble or like they lack confidence, think, I can't do this. But if we know Krishna can do anything, he's so great, then yes, he can also make me an instrument, like he can work through me. So of course we have to be open for that. Yes, so Krishna is great, I'm very tiny. Yes, Brahma, he was begging forgiveness. One is going to sleep. It keeps going down. It's not a good one, no. It's thinking it knows better. Okay, let's see if this works. Okay, let's go. Krishna, everybody see. So, yeah, so we are also, Krishna is everything in his universal form. We look out, everything you see that's Krishna in his universal form. And we are a part of that universal form. Just like our body is also like a universe. It has everything in it. And we have many, many cells in the body. So if the cells are healthy, then we are healthy. So if the cells are fighting, then we are not healthy. So we are like cells in the universal form. So if the cells are cooperating with Krishna in the universal form, then that's, the body is healthy. Now there's so many wars and things, so therefore there are problems in the universe, in the universal form. So we can, before we take shelter of Krishna, we have to know how powerful he is. I know before I had to speak Bhagavatam, even sannyasis were in my class, and in Bhakti Vaibhav, Bhakti-Vedanta, Bhakti Vaibhav. So then I was sitting in front of, I was in Vrindavan in Prabhupada's Samadhi, and I was sitting there thinking, I can't do this, no. And then I kind of heard like when Prabhupada's teaching, you're not doing it, I'm doing it through you. So that, okay, I'll do it. But that's the fact that Krishna, you're working through us, and we are just their instruments. So we have to learn how to be a good instrument. So we will go to verse 13 in just the English. We won't do the Sanskrit. I get offer my respect to the form of complete existence and transcendence, who is liberator of the pious devotee from all distresses, destroyer of further advances and atheistic temper of the non-devoted demons, of transcendentalists situated in the topmost spiritual perfection, he grants their specific destination. So he protects the devotees, destroys the demons, and gives the Paramahamsas their destination. And so Bhakti Yoga means we're having a relationship with Krishna. Yes, isn't that wonderful? And so, yes, we think as an instrument, Krishna's protected. He's my protector. And I'm acting under his protection, not independent. So, yes, we're servants. So when we serve, he responds by giving us knowledge and realization. Prabhupada says in purport. And Prabhupada says in the purport, the most confidential knowledge is that Krishna reciprocates with our devotion. Do you feel that sometimes he's reciprocating? So, how does he reciprocate in the middle of paragraph 1? He delivers his devotees from all distresses. So that's what Prabhupada says. That's how Krishna reciprocates with us. So now I'm going to ask you a question. How do you feel how do you feel that Krishna is reciprocating with you? How do you feel that? How do you know, or how is it that you feel that Krishna is reciprocating? Anybody have an idea?
You feel more encouraged.
You feel encouraged, okay? And what is the cause? Where is it coming from? How do you feel encouraged? Like, who's giving you?
When reading books,
Reading books,
we
okay.
get the message.
By reading books, you get encouraged.
You want to improve your service further by...
And you improve your service, okay.
blissful in service.
Blissful in service, okay. Krishna makes you happy when you serve him. Yeah, so you experience happiness. Anything else? Yes.
Or we feel we are doing things beyond our capacity.
Oh, that's a good one, you know. That's what Bhakti Swami said. He said, when your desire to serve is beyond your capacity, yet you act without hesitation, that is the moment empowerment occurs. Yeah, that was me teaching Bhakti Bhagavad, Bhaktivedanta courses. Yeah, so yes, so that's, anybody else? How does Krishna reciprocate with you? In what way?
He removes the obstacles in our bhakti.
Oh. Yeah, does anybody have obstacles here? And Krishna removes them. Yeah, then you see, oh wow, Krishna took that one away. Thank you, Krishna. Anyway, so
Also,
now,
the deity also Mataji feel.
Yes. Yes, the deity. You can you pray to the deity, then the deity will respond. You can take some water. We have an instrument here for each day.
When you surrender yourself, I think like now, obviously, when you surrender yourself to Krishna, I think like then you can feel the reciprocation.
When you surrender to Krishna, you feel. So what is that reciprocation that you feel? That was my
I see
question.
him in my dreams.
Oh, that's a nice one. So he reciprocates with your surrender by coming in your dreams. That's very nice. Yes, yes. When I was doing deity worship, then deities would come in my dreams. In Calcutta, Radha Govinda, big one. In Bombay, I was visiting Bombay and I dressed Radharani one day. Prabhupada was there. He said, oh, Radharani looks very nice today. I got that. Then I had a dream when I was in Bombay about Radharasi Bihari, that they were off the altar and they were having a good time, you know, just enjoying. And I said, listen, I have to go back on the altar. All this time for sugar, aren't you? And they're not going to understand. They have to go back on the altar. That was my dream. I thought, no, you can't. After later, you would know. Anyway, this is very funny. But you do. Krishna is so close with you. Right. And so there is, indeed, Krishna tells Arjuna to be an instrument. Prepare to fight under your enemies. They're already put to death by my direction. You can just be an instrument in the fight. And so this is significant. There is a plan. Krishna has a plan for this world. And it's a chance for everyone to go back to Godhead. And we can be his instrument. Just like Krishna already sent everyone, but we have to be the instrument to help Krishna send everyone back to Godhead. And so there is a plan for us as devotees. And we need to find out what is that plan. What is Krishna's plan? What is the service only I can do and no one else? Because we're all individuals, and we have individual services for Krishna. I mean, even if you're a cook, you know, there's things you can cook that somebody else can't cook like you see. So everyone has a service, and you have to find out what that service is. You must do. So Arjuna, he was, after Krishna left the planet, he was thinking, he got defeated. He said, I'm the same Arjuna, same chariot, same arrows. So what's missing? Krishna. And so he was lamenting, and then he remembered Bhagavad Gita. Oh, yes. Krishna told me, don't lament. And many things. And so, yes, we need to, we have to serve Krishna and try to follow what Krishna says in Gita. So then, when Krishna reciprocates with you, your devotion, how do you reciprocate with him now? Now Krishna is giving you something. What do you do? How do you reciprocate with Krishna?
Thank him.
Yeah, thank you. Very good. Gratitude. Even if he doesn't, it's good to be grateful for everything he gives you. And to just have that mood of gratefulness, gratitude. Any other ways?
By sharing his message, brother.
Oh, very good. Yeah, that's the best one, I think. Sharing. Sharing Krishna's message with others. That's how you sit. That's what Prabhupada asked us to do. You know, if you feel like you owe me something, then you can share this with others. And you'll pay the debt. Or try. We can never pay it. You can try. Okay. Anybody else have what do we do? Yes?
Ask for more service.
Ask for more service. Ooh. Watch out. You'll get it. Yes, service is unlimited. Service is always there.
Helping or serving other devotees.
Helping and serving other devotees. Oh, that's cool. Yeah.
Offering prayers.
Offering prayers, yes, yes. The Vandanam is one of our 9 processes of devotional service, isn't it? Offering prayers, yes, yes. How many of us offer prayers during our day?
Singing to Krishna,
Singing to Krishna, oh yeah. Yeah, we can sing to Krishna. When I was Pujari, I had 20 hours seva in Calcutta as Pujari. And I was singing to him in the afternoon because I was the chokidar, there was no chokidar. I had one lady come with throwing silk for deeds, my gosh. And I remember we were on the first floor and I was dragging her down the stairs. Anyway, yeah, those were the days. Oh, yes. Okay, any other ways we can reciprocate with Krishna and Deep? Yes.
By seeing him every living being.
By seeing him
In every living being.
in every living being. Advance? That is mode of goodness seen. That you don't see the body, you see the soul and the super soul in every living being. Yeah, that's good.
By following the instructions of the spiritual master.
Oh, yes. Following instruction of spiritual master. That's the best way. Prabhupada loved that one. Follow instruction of Guru. This is invitation. So, now, we're going to verse 14, only verse. Only the verse. What verse? Stands for. No, no. Let me offer my respectful obeisance unto him, the associate of the members of the other dynasty, who is always a problem for the non-devotees. He is supreme enjoyer of both material and spiritual worlds, yet he enjoys his own abode in the spiritual sky. There is no one equal to him because his transcendental opulence is connected. So, yes. Now, at the end of paragraph 1, this report, it says, the Lord in his residential abode will always remain a myth or a mysterious problem. Okay. Yeah, they say, when we tell them about Krishna's pastime, it's a myth, it's mythology. It's a Hindu mythology. No, this is history. We say this is history. What happened 5,000 years ago, but they don't believe us. So this is it. So for them, it's a mysterious problem. Yes. And now, Prabhupada said, Krishna and his abode are a mystery. So who can tell me what is the mystery? What is it? Something they don't get. We have it and they don't have it. What could that be?
Is it time?
Time? No, we have time and they have time. Something they don't have.
Krishna consciousness.
Yeah, you're getting closer. They don't have prema. They don't understand the goal. They don't understand you can love Krishna. You can have a relationship with him. You don't get that. You don't get that. You know, we can have this love. So, in the lecture, Sri Prabhupada said that for the pure devotee, the pastimes of Krishna are being televised in his heart. He's got a spiritual TV. We also have a TV in our heart. What's in there? Social media and stuff like that is being televised in our hearts. Well, we can put spiritual TV, Prabhupada said. The problem is, our TV is broken. We have a broken spiritual TV. There are 3 repairmen who can fix our spiritual TV. Guru, Sadhu, and Shastra. They can fix it. And there are many channels. You can go to the Goloka, Krishna Loka, you can go to Dwarka, Ayodhya, Navadvip, Mayapur, Puri, Puri. And those channels are there in our heart. But we just have to think. You know, you can tune in to the spiritual channel. Oh yes, that's the mystery. That's the mystery that Nanda Woody told us. There is a spiritual TV in the heart, and you can turn them. Well, we are going to go to verse 15 now, in the Sanskrit also. And just like to make one comment, the Bhagavad Gita is like a seed. It's like a seed. And Bhagavatam, if the seed is growing into a plant that flowers. So we will see in next to verse 15 and 16 how these verses are expansions of verses from Bhagavad Gita. They're most important verses, I think. So we're just saying the, so okay, well, for verse 15, the connection of 15, this verse, is connected to 1865. Manmana, Bhagavata, Nitati, Master. Think of me, on my devoted, etc. So, we will sing verse 15. Yat kirtanam yat smaranam yadikshanam yavandanam yat shavanam yadavanam lokasya satya kirtanoti kansham tasmas subhadra shaksena let me offer respectful obeisance unto the all-auspicious Lord Shri Krishna, about whom, oh, now listen, one to listen and see. We know the 9 process of devotional service. The Shukadev is going to add another one here. See if you can catch it. Let me offer my respectful obeisance unto the all-auspicious Lord Shri Krishna, about whom glorification, remembrance, audience, prayers, hearing, and worship can at once cleanse the effects of all sins of the performer. Anyone catch the extra? Which one?
Glorification.
No, that we have. Let's chant it.
Audience.
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 Yeah, ikshanam. Ikshanam means to see. So what does that mean, to see? Seeing means that, yes, oh, we got the mystery. That's from the last verse. Whatever. Here. Okay. Yeah, so seeing, Prabhupada says, seeing means you go to, in front of the deity, you just look at the deity, that's it. Easy. You can't chant, you can't hear, just look. Look at Krishna and just see him. He's very beautiful. And the second one, there's 2 ways to see. One way is to see is you go to the deities. And the second way to see is by getting a book. When a person gets a book, he sees the picture, or he sees the verse, and that's another way of seeing. 2 ways. You can do book distribution, reading the book, or distributing when someone sees the book, and then see the deity. So I can tell you a story about that. The one devotee distributed a Gita to one man. The man took it home, and so his roommate picked it up. His roommate was a drunkard, alcoholic. Picked up the Gita. And so there was neither birth nor death. Rubbish. He threw it. But one day he drank a little too much, and Yamaguda's came to take him to Yamarash. He saw Yamarash, and Yamarash said, "You are very sinful, you must suffer. What are you going to do now?" I said, "The soul is neither birth nor death." Okay, go back. So he picked up the Gita, read it front to back, joined the temple, he became brahmachari. Eastern Europe, true story. But then after 6 months he thought, it's too much austerity, I need a drink. He went back to the bar, drinking the whole day, nighttime came, and the owner said, we're closing, you have to go home. And then he said to him, what are you going to do now? He got such a fright. That's what your mother said. He went back to the That was it. Drinking finished. And there was another thing happened when I was in Vrindavan in 2022. It was during the book marathon, December 2022. One man died in Tirupati, so they were carrying him over a stretcher, and all of a sudden he jumped up and started running. And they said, and then he said, no, it's me, I'm back. What happened? Well, the Buddhas came with Yamaraj, and the Yamaraj said, you got the wrong guy. They took him back. But before they put me down, they said, if you don't want to see us again, go to ISKCON and get Bhagavad Gita as it is. He was running to ISKCON, and he got the Gita, and he was crying. So if you don't have Gita, be very good. And then the headlines came in ISKCON news. The Buddha's helps to see the books. They're helping us. They're actually devotees, but they're indirectly. They're not direct devotees. They like to punish people through that. And so, okay, so verse 16, we go to the Sanskrit, we will chant it. This verse is connected to 1866 Sarvadharma Paritada Mamika Sharavadharma Tam Sarvabhidyo Mokshisham Ma Chitha. So give up all varieties of religion, surrender to me, I will protect you from all sinful reactions. And so yeah, that is maybe you can check, I think the kids live in my room maybe. You can check my room and see. Yeah, you can check. And close the door. Okay, all right. Oh no, they went to a different place. Okay, it's okay. I forgot where I stayed. It's okay. They went down. All right, so we're good. Okay, so 16. Vichakshanaya Sharana Prasadna Sangam Vitasya Payatam Paratanam Vinanti Brahma Gadingatakamas Rastamai Sukatra Shaste Now, in this English translation, Shukadeva Goswami gives us an upgrade from Bhagavad Gita 1866. So remember what Krishna says in Gita. And now I'll read this verse and see if you can figure out what is the upgrade here. Let me offer my respectful obeisance again and again unto the all-auspicious Lord Shri Krishna, the highly intellectual, simply by surrendering unto his Lordship, are relieved of all attachments to present and future existences, and without difficulty progress toward spiritual existence. Anybody catch something different? Yes?
It's not only present, it's future.
Oh, you got it. And present, also present and future. In Gita, it's past. I'll protect you from all your sinful reactions. Gita Krishna says past. Now, if a pure devotee says something like Shukadeva, must come true. So he is expanding past to present and future. But that doesn't mean you do sinful activities. No, be careful. Don't do it. Don't do it. Okay, so let's see. Yeah. Now in the purport of this verse 16, there's a quote. That's from Bhagavad Gita, 64 to 66. So we're going to read the English of that, the beginning of it. Wonderful translation of Prabhupada. Okay, let's listen. My dear Arjuna, you are very dear to me. Therefore, only for your good will I disclose the most secret part of my instruction. It is simply this. Become a pure devotee of mine and give yourself unto me only. I promise you full spiritual existence, by which you may gain the eternal right of transcendental loving service unto me. So notice, he says, give yourself to me. It's more like a lover and beloved. That was Prabhupada's translation. So yes, we have, like in Gita, where it's a lot more like master and servant, and surrender. But here he's making us like more confidential associates of Krishna. Just give yourself. Now we need to give ourselves to Krishna, and that would be very nice. Now, how to give yourself to Krishna? Srila Prabhupada has said, when we wake up in the morning and we think I have so many problems, this today, always. But Prabhupada said, we have only one problem. You can say, okay, yes, what is that one problem we have when we wake up in the morning? Anybody have an idea?
Material world.
Material, yeah, that's a big problem.
Associating with body.
Okay. Attachment.
Ego.
Ego. Yes.
Forgetfulness.
Huh?
Forgetfulness.
Forgetfulness. Yes. Okay, yes.
Fear. How to please Krishna.
Getting closer. So our problem is how to accept Krishna during our day. He comes in different ways. Maybe good, maybe difficult, maybe easy. Yeah, thank you, Krishna. I accept what you said and how you want to use me. Okay, so now we're going to go to the last, verse 17 for today. And we will sing it. Tapas vinodana paraya shashvino. Manasyo mantra vidasmantha. Shrimanta vindanti vinayadatamam. Tasmat supakara shasena. Let me offer my respectful obeisances to the auspicious Lord Shri Krishna again and again, because the great learned sages, great performers of charity, great workers of distinguishing, great philosophers of mystics, great chanters of Vedic hymns, and great followers of Vedic principles cannot achieve any fruitful result without dedication of such great qualities to service of the Lord. Okay, so now, this verse, of course, was spoken 5,000 years ago. So it is talking about tapasvis. So there were people doing austerities in the past. Valmiki, he did 60,000 years of austerities before he could become perfect. So Sri Prabhupada said, if you go out and distribute books, in a few days, you'll get the same result as Valmiki got in 60,000 years. You just need, 3-4 days on book distribution. But some of you might feel that if you can't distribute books so easily. This is a big austerity. But you get the result, the same as Valmiki got. So isn't that nice? Of course, everyone is doing austerities, but not for spiritual life. They're doing it for existing in this world. They work hard, they day and night. And now it's not so bad, you can work from home. After COVID was actually good, now everybody works from home. Yeah. One devotee out, she was taking me out every day to the beach. And she only had to go to work one day a week. And the rest was from home. So she would just bring her computer with her to the beach. And she would work from the beach. It was so fun. And she had her Foley take the calls and everything. Yeah, so that's, she was taking me 7 days a week, except for one day she had to work. It was so funny. Yeah, she was paralegal. Anyway, austerity, charity. We do have people doing charity, but I was seeing on the Facebook, there's one man who goes to homeless people and he buys them, shoes and clothes, and he gives them a meal. And another one, he goes and he gets, 1,000 hamburgers and gives them out to the homeless. I don't know what is so much benefit. Of course, he will get some benefit for trying to help people. Krishna says in Gita, if you can't do anything, just renounce something. Renouncing is money. But we don't think it's that good charity to give hamburgers. We get prasad. So they get the material and the spiritual benefit. Yeah. And so yes, who are the Tapasvina Dhanapana? Yashashvina, famous. Who's famous these days? Actually, the famous people are infamous. They're not famous. They're infamous. That makes them famous. People like to read that news. Yeah, he's infamous. What new thing will his mind come up with? We don't want to know. But unfortunately, it's in our face. You're lucky you're in Australia. I think he wants to know Australia. Useless. It's far away from everything. We'll be safe over here. But he tried to buy Denmark and they said no. Not Denmark, Greenland. Yeah. $100,000 per person he was going to give. They rejected. Yeah. Anyway, so these are the famous people, movie stars, not anymore so much, and then the athletes, they're the millionaires nowadays, the athletes. Okay, great thinkers, philosophers, not so much. We don't have, I'll talk about that later. And so, Mancha Vida, that means the, okay, so, but without Krishna it's useless and won't be permanent. And so I want to preach to these people. My god sister, she used to go to New York and buy jewelry for Krishna Balaram in Vrindavan. And there's this really heavy lady who lived in New York, very hardcore New York person. And so she was preaching to her, she brought a picture of Krishna Balaram and showed her, see your jewelry and the beauty. And she said, these are such cute little boys. and she said, they lived 5,000 years ago. She said, did they be so famous? They lived 5,000 years ago and people still know? And she said, because they killed the mafia in their village. Okay, I got it. So I'll give them some free. So teaching is according to time, place, and circumstance. So we try to bridge, sometimes we have some phase, and we understand philosophically that, yes, I'm not responding. Sometimes we forget. And so how can we bridge this gap between our faith and our realization? So His Holiness Sachin Swami has given us 3 things we can do. I'll tell you in a minute. Yeah, okay, so number one, improve your practice, your sadhana. A chant with feeling, not like a machine. Don't be an instrument that's like a machine. You push, okay, on, Hare Krishna, off. Not like that. And then number two, pray for bhakti with taste. And that's also the same idea. And now we're kind of doing it automatically or out of duty, but we can pray for having a taste. Oh, I can't wait. You know, japa. Where's my big bag? Oh, can't be inside. No. Yeah, taste. And third, take a risk for Krishna. Get out of your comfort zone and do something extra for Krishna. So I'm going to stop here and you can ask questions. Any questions? Oh, take out a microphone. Is your hand up? Oh, your hand up. Oh,
The audience to ask question, we have mic.
you got it. Okay.
Yes, Hare Krishna, Mataji, and Pranam. So I'm going by the last line, it said, take risk for
Take
Krishna.
risk for Krishna.
So if I am going to take risk for Krishna, I may be putting other people's lives on risk also sometimes. Like putting them into trouble because of my service.
Right.
So I'll be
Like
doing
your
more
family?
offense. Huh?
Your family?
So not only family, suppose in a congregation I'm doing some service which I am not skillful enough. So it may put others in trouble, so how do I deal with that trouble? Is it going to create more trouble than that?
You think your service is going to cause others trouble?
Mm.
How is that?
Because you said take risk for Krishna.
Okay.
So if I take something which I am not familiar with,
Oh, I see.
then I will be
Yeah.
not only myself in trouble, but I will be putting others in
Oh,
trouble.
okay. Yeah, so you have to be intelligent, an intelligent instrument. Risk for Krishna.
Yes.
Yeah, so, okay, you consider that, okay. What will be the consequence if I take this risk? So that's very good. And okay, I don't want to put others in trouble. So that's not a good risk to take. But there are other risks, like, getting up earlier to chant your rounds before, whatever, all your rounds in the morning. Might be not so comfortable. And you can do stuff like that. Personal, it's more personal than, like, going out and distributing books or something. Book distribution could be one idea of the risk. You don't have to go out and distribute, just keep it in your car. Keep them in your car, when you go for gas. And gas, nobody does it nowadays. You just do it with them. There used to be people who do it in the old 70s. People took gas in the 60s. And now you have to do everything. Yeah. Okay.
Thank you, Mataji. There is one more question, but it is not mine, but it's a question which a devotee asked yesterday. He's learning still, he's quite new.
Okay.
So this is the question he was asking me. It's regarding, we saw the glories of Krishna, we were focusing on Krishna's pastimes and everything. But he says when he looks at the deities of Radha and Krishna, he can't connect with Radha and he looks only at Krishna. So he feels a bit like he's ignoring Radharani completely because he doesn't feel the connection with Radharani at all. That's what his question is. So should he be looking at Radharani and getting her mercy? That's what he's been advised to do.
What he wants to do.
But he wants to focus only on Krishna. That's how his mind is working.
That's fine. But when you chant Hare Krishna, Radharani's there as much as Krishna. So if he wants to connect more with God, if he's feeling that lack, he can emphasize Hare Krishna, Hare. And then he'll be more connected. And in the first lecture on the Hare Krishna mantra, Sri Prabhupada said that Hare is our mother. And the mother will help us go to the Father. She'll give recommendation. That, oh, here, just look at this one. So, and he said, cry like a child for its mother. So we need to, when we chant, if we want to have a closer relationship with Radharani, then we can cry to her, please pick me up, mother, you're my mother. You can see Radharani and say, that's who she is to us. She's our mother. And when we chant, we can cry like a child for its mother. And then Mother will pick us up and give us the Krishna. That was his first lecture, very first. Hare Krishna. Yeah, because we cannot do artificial things. That's what Prabhupada told us to do. Meditate on Radharani as our mother, and she'll help us. Yeah, I had that problem too when I first joined. I was worshiping deities. My husband and I, we were both Pujari. He was dancing Radharani, I was dancing Krishna. I was attracted to Krishna. But that was when I was in Mayapur side, Calcutta. When I moved to Vrindavan, then she's in charge. Every tree has her name. Every rickshaw says Radha. So you can't help it. I became attached to Radharani in Vrindavan. But he doesn't need to go there. You can just chant. Any other?
Yes, thank you.
Oh, you have. Okay. Yes.
Thank you so much, Mataji, for a wonderful class. It was learning with fun and laughter. Thank you so much. My question was regarding, it's not going directly linked to the class for today, but in general, when you are serving in Krishna consciousness for some time, how do we deal with our own thing like hypocrisy? That
How do you
are,
deal with both? I'm going to talk about that next class, actually. One of the verses is about that, pretension. How you have to, our devotees without pretension. You have to be without pretension. So we'll talk more about that next class. Yes. Yeah, there is a verse where, right in the verse it says, the devotees are without pretension. They don't know what's going Krishna. Without hypocrisy. Yeah, we'll talk more.
Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you for the class. When you were mentioning the point that you realized that you are not doing it, you are not teaching, but you are simply the instrument and Prabhupada is teaching. I was actually reflecting about this point that even if someone asks me to pass a glass of water, I will say, I passed it, I'm doing it. No matter how many times I hear this, that I'm so minute as compared to unlimited potencies and capacities of Krishna. How do we actually understand this, and how do we actually take this view that I'm simply an instrument of Srila Prabhupada?
Yeah, you can do like what my godbrother did during the day. Just offer, before you do it, okay, Prabhupada, or okay, Krishna, I offer this to you first, before I do it. You just practice remembering. That's one way to remember. You might have another way to remember. How you can remember Krishna during your day. How can you practice? Of course, in 8th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says, remembering means chanting. So, you can chant. And 17 purports in chapter 8, Prabhupada says, remembering means chanting. And sometimes he puts the whole Hare Krishna mantra. Sometimes just chant Hare Krishna, but it's there 17 times. Because chapter 8 is about attaining supreme destination, so that's what you have to do in order to go to Godhead. Just remember. So you can try different ways. How do you remember Krishna during your day? When you're doing other things.
Thank you, Mataji. I have another question.
Okay.
You mentioned that we all have a particular service, and while you mentioned that if you cook and you cook something like nobody else can cook, that's what your service is. And I was like, oh, okay. So if I think about it, I'm the best cook for this dish or just like that. I'm like pumped up. But apart from that, not just the egoistic point of ourselves that I want you to reflect on about doing service, that, oh, I'm the doer. But what I would like you to probably explain is, how do we understand that this is the service meant for us? Because sometimes it could be multiple services that could give us that, bliss and joy.
Yeah, I've done multiple services. but it wasn't until I was a devotee for 24 years that I found out I should teach. I was pujari for 7 years, I was book distributor for 7 years, and I was a mother for 7 years. And that was a service also. And my son went to Gurukul. So then, then I was praying. I was praying to Krishna, okay, what's my service? What's my service? And Vrindavan. So what I did was, I started a japa reform, and I tried to really hear Holy Name, every syllable. And then, that was first, and then it was confirmed. Maybe I should have thought, even though he's not here, but, I got, because I love to read, and I was always reading the books, So before I didn't know what to do, I said, I like to read, I'm just going to read. After 3 months of just reading, then I got the inspiration, you should share what you read also. So then, I went to Prabhupada's Samadhi, and I saw Prabhupada, and he was speaking on a tape, recording audio. Do you think the leaves made of stone? I need some confirmation, want to come. So then I went to Prabhupada's house in Gosvami, and there they had, at those days, I don't know if they still do this, they have a letter that they change every day. So I said, maybe the letter will help me understand. So the letter said, now you are one of my senior disciples, and depending on you, you have learned the art of Krishna consciousness, and I want you to teach it for the benefit of all. So I got it. Problem was, in 1994, women could not speak in the temple, and VIH was only for men. They had Dr. Shastri, but women could not attend. I could attend Gita, but I could not take the test on other books. So I went for Gita, but then I thought, well, I got the order from Prabhupada, somehow I have to do this. So then I started teaching. I was in my life member's house, but then after 3 months the chowkidar said, you can't, this is a private house, you cannot bring people. So then I went up to the roof of the Krishna Balaram guest house in the valley. I was teaching there for 1 year, and then I got a place, and I taught for 2 more years. And in 1997 they opened up Shastri Kumaran. And so what I understood, I got the order. There's no facility, but I have to make this stuff. Just do it, like they said. I just did it. And then that year, I started traveling in Europe and teaching all over. Anyway, so that's... then I understood, okay, that's what I have to do now. Okay, I understood. That was my service. And then people ask me, do this, do this, other things. I said, no, this is the one I have to do. Yeah, so, yeah. I understood that, and I mean, I can do it, and it went on from there. Anyway, it has gone on since then. I'm the only one, I'm the default candidate to be female guru, so I did that also, and hopefully it will open up in February 1. Okay, any other questions?
Thank you, Mataji.
Yeah.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. Thank you. Thank you for this very beautiful seminar on empowerment, because we are struggling to build a temple for Radha Govinda. It seems almost mission impossible sometimes. I've been told by many devotees, you can't do it, you are not capable, you can't do it, and so on. So my question is, we know that Krishna, we are only instruments, Krishna is doing the work. But how do we know when to depend on Krishna and say, I've done my best and not over-endeavoring? Where do you draw the line? And where do you say, now Krishna is up to you, I have to not over-endeavoring? How do you find the balance?
Yeah, well there's, you're the instrument, you think you're over-endeavoring. Well, if all the doors are closed and you don't see what to do, then you have to go to higher authority. You have like one thing you can do is very helpful is to do Nishinha Puja in Mayapur for your temple.
Yes, I did that too this time.
You did it?
Yes, this year I did. I mean, I do it every year. This year
yeah.
too.
You have to do it every month.
Every month, okay.
Or every Ekadashi.
Oh, okay.
You know, or every day.
Oh.
Yeah. You do it online, I guess.
Yeah, I did it in person once a year. When I go to my I do that.
If you have any events come, you can do every day.
Okay.
Online.
Sure. Thank you.
Yeah, you have to go to higher authority and all this.
Anybody want to ask?
Okay. We have one more question.
Again, thank you, Mataji. My question was, now back to today's class. When you mentioned that we can see Krishna through the day, how we accept others when they come in our life on that particular day. How we accept the situations, the people, others. Yes. So, like, any challenging situation that comes. So, or it could be like good or bad, both. But generally, when something is challenging, the initial or the very, immediate response. So basically, how to accept that,
Okay. So there's an exercise you can do. You may not do it at the moment if you're busy. When difficulties come, you say, "Thank you, Krishna," and then you write down 10 reasons why. Thank you, Krishna, for breaking my computer. Because now I will get more exercise. Thank you, Krishna, for breaking my computer. Now I won't forget how to write with a pen. Thank you, Krishna, for breaking my computer. Now I will think more, use my brain. Thank you, Krishna, for breaking my computer. I will be in nature tomorrow. I will go tomorrow. And thank you, Krishna, for breaking my computer. Because now but what happens when you do this exercise is that everything changes. Everything changes from negative to positive. Because you see the reasons why this is happening. And the funny thing, my friend who had a computer problem, as soon as he finished number 10, computer started working. And that happens with other people too. I give the exercise too, and one young girl, she wanted to go to temple in Bombay. But her father said, no, you can't have a car, you can't go to any car. So she wrote her 10 reasons. The next morning she woke up and father said, let me to hurry, I'm just going to take the train, you can have your phone. That works. But the main thing is your attitude changes and you're in a positive mood. You're seeing, there could be reasons why this is happening. There be some reasons. And it's Krishna. And you say, thank you, Krishna, for doing this. That's really hard. I have done it, and it really helps. And the main thing is your attitude changes from negative to positive. Okay, I think we'll stop here. And I'll see you again on Wednesday, at this time, in this place. Hare Krishna.
Narayani Mataji ki
Jai.
How come you didn't tell me?
I didn't know that you were coming.
Sorry. इतना big network है. घर पे लोग आ रहे हैं पता नहीं. Want to आता रहता है.
Good? Yes, you are talking about you only. Huh? Oh,